Welcome to our deep dive into Heartbeat Human Connections. It's a show that's been capturing hearts all over the world, and it's trending with the hashtag kindness challenge. We're going to be exploring some truly inspiring stories of kindness, big and small, from all corners of the globe.
What's fascinating is how this show, Heartbeat, taps into that universal human desire for connection. It's
hmm
like a reminder that even in a world that can feel divided, we're all united by this capacity for compassion.
Okay, so to kick things off, Heartbeat has this really cool countdown of 10 amazing acts of kindness. And what's so interesting is the sheer variety. It's not just about grand gestures, it's about those everyday moments of humanity that can truly make a difference.
And that's a powerful message, isn't it? That kindness doesn't have to be this extraordinary feat. It can be woven into the fabric of our daily lives.
Totally. So let's jump right in. At number 10, we've got this heartwarming story from Germany. A whole neighborhood formed a human chain to help an elderly woman rescue her cat from a busy road.
It speaks to that instinctual desire to help, to come together as a community, even for something that might seem small to some. But for that woman, it was her world, and they recognized that.
Exactly. It's like that cat was a symbol of her home, her comfort, and the community rallied around her. What I find incredible is the speed and coordination. They didn't hesitate. They just jumped into action. Reminds you of that saying, it takes a village. Wow.
Absolutely. And that sense of community is so vital, especially in today's world where people can feel isolated. It's a reminder that we're not meant to go through life alone.
So true. And speaking of everyday heroes, coming in at number 9, we have this story from the U.S. A young boy used his birthday money to buy groceries for a local food bank. I mean, how heartwarming is that?
What's remarkable here is not just the act itself, but the awareness this young boy has at such a tender age. He understands the concept of food insecurity, of people struggling to put food on the table, and he chooses to act on it.
It makes you wonder what kind of conversations are happening in his home, in his community, that are fostering this kind of empathy and action. It's a powerful testament to the impact of upbringing and environment.
And it's a reminder that children are incredibly perceptive and compassionate beings. We often underestimate their capacity for understanding and action.
Okay, get this. At number 8, we're heading over to India. A group of strangers helped a blind man navigate a crowded train station. They formed a human chain around him, guiding him through the chaos. Now, that's what I call spontaneous teamwork.
What strikes me is the word spontaneous. They didn't know this man. They didn't have any obligation to help, but they saw a need and responded with such grace and unity. It speaks to that inherent human goodness that often shines through in the most unexpected moments.
It's like in that moment, their differences melted away, and they were united by a common purpose to help someone in need. And they did it with such care and respect, too.
Yeah.
It makes you believe in the power of human connection.
Absolutely. It's a powerful reminder that we're all interconnected and that even small acts of kindness can have a ripple effect, creating a more compassionate world.
And you know what's so cool? We're seeing this ripple effect reach into schools as well. At number 7, we've got a story from Canada where a teacher transformed her classroom into a kindness corner.
And this is where things start to get really interesting. It's not just about isolated acts of kindness anymore. It's about creating a culture of kindness, embedding it into the very fabric of our lives.
Exactly. So in this classroom, students are encouraged to share positive notes, express gratitude, and celebrate each other's successes. Imagine the impact of that on their social and emotional development.
It's about fostering a sense of belonging, of empathy, of recognizing the value in each individual. And the beauty of it is that it extends beyond the classroom walls. These children are taking those lessons of kindness home with them, influencing their families and communities.
And finally, rounding out our top 10 at number 6, we've got a story from Brazil that truly warmed my heart. A restaurant started offering free meals to those struggling to afford food.
It's a beautiful example of a business recognizing its social responsibility of using its resources to address a pressing need in the community.
And what I love is the simplicity of it. They didn't create a complicated program or require any proof of need. They just said, if you're hungry, come on in, you're welcome here.
Yeah.
It's about meeting people where they are with dignity and respect.
It reminds us that even in the midst of our own struggles, we can always find ways to give back, to share what we have, and to make a difference in the lives of others.
All right, so we've just explored some incredible acts of kindness from all over the world, and there's a common thread weaving through all of them, this inherent human desire to connect, to help, to make a positive impact.
And that's what's so inspiring about Heartbeat, human connections. It shines a light on those everyday heroes, those moments of grace and compassion that remind us of the best of humanity.
Absolutely. And what's even more exciting is that the show doesn't just stop at showcasing these acts of kindness. It also inspires action through the hashtag kindness challenge. But before we dive into that, let's take a moment to pause and reflect. What acts of kindness have you witnessed or experienced today? Hold that thought as we delve into the top 5 most inspiring stories from Heartbeat.
You know, it's amazing how a simple act of kindness can totally shift someone's perspective. Even something small like a smile or holding a door can make someone's day, you know?
So true. Okay, are you ready for the top 5? Heartbeat. Really saved the best for last. Coming in at number 5, a group of teenagers in the UK organized a flash mob at a retirement home. They danced with the residents, bringing so much joy and energy to the space.
I love this one. It's such a creative way to combat loneliness and bridge the gap between generations. These teenagers recognized a need in their community and took action using their talents and energy to spread joy.
It really challenges the stereotype of teenagers being glued to their phones, right? They were present, engaged, and genuinely connecting with the residents.
Yeah.
And you could see the pure delight on everyone's faces.
Yeah, it reminds us that we all crave connection no matter how old we are. And sometimes it just takes a little initiative and creativity to make those meaningful moments.
Okay, this next one is powerful. At number 4, we traveled to South Africa, where an artist transformed a flood-ravaged community with his murals. He painted these vibrant scenes of hope and resilience on the damaged homes, bringing color and beauty back to a place that had experienced so much loss.
What's remarkable here is the use of art as a tool for healing and community rebuilding. You know, the artist didn't just paint pretty pictures, he tapped into the emotions of the community, providing a visual representation of their strength and resilience.
It's like he gave them a voice, a way to express their pain and their hope. And think about the impact on the children who see these murals every day. It's a constant reminder that even after a storm, there's always the possibility for renewal and beauty.
It really is a testament to the transformative power of art. It can uplift spirits, inspire hope, and foster a sense of shared identity and purpose.
Number 3 takes us to Japan, where a company started a Leave a Gift initiative. Employees leave small, thoughtful gifts for their colleagues to find creating a culture of appreciation and recognition in the workplace.
This is a brilliant example of how small gestures can have a big impact on workplace culture. You know, it's about acknowledging each other's contributions, fostering a sense of camaraderie, and creating a more positive and supportive work environment.
And you can bet that boost in morale translates into increased productivity and creativity, too. It's a win-win for everyone involved.
Absolutely. It reminds us that we all want appreciation and recognition, and sometimes the smallest gestures can make the biggest difference in someone's day.
Okay, get ready to say aw,
Yeah.
because number 2 is just heartwarming. In Australia, a dog lover created a dog walking service specifically for elderly individuals.
This is a beautiful example of someone identifying a need in their community and finding a creative solution that benefits everyone involved.
Not only does it provide physical activity for the seniors, which is so important for their health and well-being,
Yeah.
but it also combats social isolation, both for the seniors and their furry companions.
Yeah, it's a win-win-win situation. The seniors get exercise and companionship, the dogs get to stretch their legs and enjoy some fresh air, and the dog lover gets to share their passion and make a positive impact.
And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the number 1 act of kindness that captured the hearts of viewers worldwide. This story comes from the U.S., where a man risked his own life to rescue a dog that had fallen through thin ice on a frozen lake.
This act of bravery and selflessness really speaks to the depths of human compassion. This man didn't hesitate to put himself in danger to save a creature in need.
And the story gets even better. After the rescue, strangers on the scene immediately rushed to offer the man their coats and blankets to warm him up. This is a powerful image of human solidarity and support, in the face of adversity.
Yeah, it reminds us that even in moments of crisis, people are capable of incredible acts of kindness and compassion.
So there you have it. 10 incredible stories from Heartbeat, human connections that highlight the power of human kindness. Each story in its own way demonstrates the impact we can have on each other's lives, whether it's through grand gestures or simple acts of everyday compassion.
And what's so inspiring is that these stories are just a glimpse into the countless acts of kindness happening all around the world every day. It's a reminder that there's still so much good out there and that each of us has the power to make a difference.
I love that. And speaking of making a difference, Heartbeat doesn't just stop at showcasing these stories. They've also sparked a movement that's taking social media by storm. The #kindness challenge. But before we dive into the details of this challenge, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've just explored. What story resonated with you the most? What touched your heart? Hold on to that feeling as we explore how Heartbeat is inspiring action and encouraging a global wave of kindness. So we've seen all these amazing acts of kindness from around the world. What's really cool is that heartbeat. They don't just leave us feeling all inspired. They actually encourage us to take action too.
Right. And that's where the hashtag kindness challenge comes in. It's this
Mhm.
awesome movement that's just spreading like wildfire on social media.
Yeah, so here's how it works. You do 3 random acts of kindness. They can be small, it doesn't matter. And then you nominate 3 friends to do the same. It's like this chain reaction of positivity. You're amplifying these little sparks of good into something so much bigger.
What I think is so fascinating is how Heartbeat has really tapped into this power of social media, to create actual real world change. It's not just about likes and shares, it's about actually inspiring people to take action and fostering the sense of community.
Absolutely. It's like they've created this platform where people can share their stories, celebrate acts of kindness, and encourage each other to do good. And the best
Mhm.
part, anyone can participate. You don't need money or special skills, just a little bit of heart.
Exactly. And that's what makes this challenge so powerful. It's accessible to everyone. It's about recognizing those everyday opportunities to make someone's day a little brighter, like holding the door open for a stranger or giving a genuine compliment or just listening to a friend who needs to talk.
As we're talking about this, I'm remembering a story that Heartbeat shared from one of their viewers. It's about this local coffee shop that started a pay it forward chain.
Oh, yeah, I love those. You mean where a customer buys a coffee for the next person in line?
Exactly. It's like this ripple effect of generosity, just spreading throughout the community. One person's kindness inspires another and another, and it creates this awesome chain of connection.
Yeah. It's a reminder that even the smallest things we do can have a huge impact. It's about building a culture of generosity and support where we all look out for each other.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Heartbeat, human connections, let's bring it back to you. What's resonating with you? What's the one thing you'll take away from this?
I think for me, it's that kindness is a choice we make every single day. It's not about waiting for some big opportunity. It's about finding those small moments, those everyday interactions where we can choose to be compassionate instead of indifferent.
Couldn't agree more.
Hmm.
It's about making kindness a habit, looking for ways to brighten someone's day. And who knows, maybe our little acts will inspire them to pay it forward and create that ripple effect of positivity.
And on that note, I think we should encourage everyone to check out Heartbeat, Human Connections, and take part in the hashtag kindness challenge. It's a beautiful reminder that even when the world feels a bit dark, there's always light to be found in the kindness of others and that power of human connection.
Beautifully said. And remember, even the smallest act of kindness can make a difference. So go out there, spread some joy and compassion, and let's make the world a little bit brighter, one heartbeat at a time.